Doing the Monday market recap. I'm just waiting on a few people to show up. I know there's some that wanted to be in here live. Today was a pretty good day. I actually hit a home run today with several trades. Turned out really green for me. I have still some trades that I'm holding from way back that I'm trying to get sold off, but in time I think it will. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start this. We're going to start off with ES. First one I want to start off with. And ES is the future S&P 500, of course you all know. And today we ended up opening up with a huge gap down. So Sunday evening it gapped way down. And from there all the way down, then it come over. It halted like 3 times and then it ended up selling off again. It come up, it started selling off one more time. So ES is kind of, or SPY, either way you want, it's the same chart. It's below the VWAP. I went ahead and got in with some calls on SPY today. I think that it's going to pop up overnight. If not, I've got long enough time to where if they don't, then I should be fine. But I believe that it will probably pop tonight. If it does pop, then we're looking good as far as opening up. Probably going to the 29.84.75. That's where I'm looking to be tomorrow. Definitely up to the 28.57. But I'm hoping that it will get there tonight, and then tomorrow it will go ahead and rally the 29.84.75. So that's where we are with the ES. And if we go back to the weekly chart and just kind of look at that, this is where we started, and it's coming down. It actually stopped on this fib, the 38% fib. And with it stopping there, I mean, I feel pretty comfortable. That's a really good, strong fib line, the 38. The 38, the 50, and the 61 are the best ones. So I think that we probably should hold there. And the way an ascending or ascending broadening wedge works is it will go up, and whenever it gets to the end, it will come down, and it won't sell all the way off. It will come all the way down halfway or 3/4 of the way, and then it will take off. Now this line I actually drew a little bit ago, like when it was up in here, because I was thinking it would come down to maybe hit the 50 and go, but now we're on the 38. So I think it will probably be fine for calls right now, and I think it's probably going to rally back, but this is a long term. A broadening wedge does not just rally back up here. It actually just goes pretty much like it did right here. So that's where we are with the ES. I believe that we're going to be fine on it. So let's go over to gold. I shorted gold last night, and I'm actually in puts right now on gold futures. This is the channel that it's in, and I'm up on gold right now. I was up around $400 on the put. And now it's, I think, down to around $50 or so because it started coming up. So whenever it come down here, I probably should have sold it, but I was in this for the long haul. I think it's going to keep on going down. And if we look at our fibs, and we're going to get to that head and shoulders here in a second, but if we look at our fibs, I'm thinking that we're coming down to the 1589 range. So as soon as we get out of this channel and it breaks over time, that's where we're going. So my fib or my put is for long term. So as long as we can get some long term movement out of it, then I think we'll be fine. It is in what I think is the head and shoulders. Here's your shoulder, here's your head, and then I thought that it was going to come on up, so it might not be a head and shoulders quite yet. I put this in here when it was over here, so it's not quite a fully formed head and shoulders because it dropped out. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off now. This was this morning before it actually dropped down here. So right now we are running in this channel. We will probably go ahead and come up, touch that right there, and then I think we'll probably come back down. When we do, I think it'll probably sell off. So if ES is going up, then we should sell off. Right now it's starting to pop up, which means ES is probably going down a little bit. So we'll see in time. If we look at the, yeah, we're on the 15. So this is where it come down last night, and then just started moving around. So then we go to NG. I made a lot of money on NG today. I have a call on NG, and in the morning brief, I told everybody that right here, that actually not there, it would have been right here. On this little drop here, we come down and touch that again. Then this was confirmation for me for the double. So anytime you come down, you touch, and you come down, you touch again, usually the second time, sometimes the third time, it will actually take off on you. So on this particular one, I got in, it was around, let's see, I went in over here. I went in at night because it was about midnight when I jumped in calls right here, because I just knew that it was going to go up based off of the trend. And if I look at the trend on a weekly, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is a descending triangle. So we can get that in there. This is a descending triangle. So we got our horizontal line here, and we got the downward trend line here, and then that is a bearish sign. But when it's coming down, it usually will get close to this end to finish out. So what I figured is it come down and touched here, and I think that it will come up and get to the 2871 area. There's a chance it might even come on up to here, but I think realistically it's probably going to use this trend. And if you look at this trend line in the back, it's been hitting it quite a bit. So I don't think we'll go back up to the yellow line. I think it'll be to the blue. And looking at this, I think that it's going to be this spot, and I've even got that even highlighted with a little rectangle. I think that's where we're going to hit. So I'm long calls on this, and I'll probably hold those. I think they're a little over a month out. I don't know the exact number, but it's about a month out, and I'll go ahead and hold these probably all week. I'll sell everything off on Friday, and then we'll see, where we end up with it. So I'm bullish on NG right now. And again, like I said, I made a lot of money on it today. I think my call is it's over 100% on my call that I have on it. And then I scalped it all day today. And if we go back and look at the 15-minute, I scalped it right here, made a bunch, and then I waited for this little pullback. And then I got in and I scalped it kind of up through here. I should have just got in and just let it run, but I didn't. I was preoccupied with other things. So, but if I would have got in and just put a trail stop on it and just let it run, I would have made a lot more money. So we'll go over to the Qs. It's the same as ES, the exact same chart. If you play the Qs, you're still going to be in this same as the ES. I do believe that we're going to reverse right here and come on up. I don't think that we're going to keep on selling off on it. There's a good chance we might. Here's Sunday night, and then all night last night, and then it sold off again, come up. It's trying to pop up, and if we can get up and over this 82.56, then I think we'll be in good shape. And if we go back on the trend, so look at the weekly, you can see that this trend line is where we're trying to cross. So if we can get up to here and then make another run, if we can get over this, it'd be great. But I think it's probably just going to kind of consolidate through here on the bottom of it, because this is going to work the same as the ES with the broadening wedge. And I don't think ES will come all the way up. So if you're playing the Qs, I'm thinking that you're just going to do a lot of this. So once we get over the 618 fib, it'll probably bounce up, hit that, and then come down, and it will probably do almost like an ascending broadening wedge right there. That's what I think it'll do. And we'll go to crude oil. Crude oil, man, the biggest drop in history. It's never dropped this much ever. So what do I plan on doing with it? I'm not really sure. I thought about getting in calls on it, even right here, and just letting it ride. But just like ES, it went up and kind of dropped down. I think that, like right now, I think it's actually dropping right now as we speak. Yeah, it had a big drop there. But I think that crude oil will come back. I just don't see the elite allowing this crude oil to stay down here, because the billionaires, this is their money, and they want this to be, $60 is where Trump has said in the past, where oil should be, and right now we're trading at $30.24. So the big people of the world are not going to allow this to stay there. So that's why I think it's going to go up, just for that pure fact. We got the U.S. dollar. Today it still ended up dropping off. Again, like I said, the lower this is, the less inflation we have, the better it is for other countries to be able to come over here, because the currency exchange rate will be less. The Canadians can't hardly do anything in America because of the currency difference. I mean, we're quite a bit of percentage difference between them and us. So if we can get it kind of close, then that would be a lot better. Dow Jones, huge drop. What do we have here? If we go from right there down to there, so that's 9% it dropped, and that's 2,159 points it dropped. That is huge. They were estimating around a 1,700 drop, and it actually went further. So it dropped, but I don't think it's going to continue to drop. I believe that the people of the know are allowing this to kind of come down, and then they're just going to be able to buy it cheaper. That's my opinion. And then we have Apple. Apple ended up continuing to drop off, and then after hours it just really sold off. So with Apple selling off, that's not good for them. Their biggest supplier is China, so it's really hurt them overall. Where are we going to go from here? If we go back to the 1 hour, if we look at the 1 hour, it looks like we're headed back down to the 256 range. So if we get down to the 256, then I think we'll probably bounce, because that's where it came down before and bounced up. So that's probably where we're going. It will probably get there. That'll get there by morning. And so tomorrow morning, maybe, possibly, depends on tomorrow, but possibly get some calls here and then ride it on up. AMD, same chart. I mean, everything's the same right now. AMD is headed down to the 4109 area. When we get there, we should get another bounce. That's going to be a double. And, this is kind of like a W too. And a W is a winner. So you come down, you come up, you come down, and you come up. That's how the W works. So kind of playing on that. Tomorrow's going to be probably the buy day. Today was a scalp day and then a put day. So, and I've got some different options out there to play. So, over the next couple of days, they should all play out pretty good for me. We have CCL, which is Carnival Cruise Line. I bought puts on it today, and I should have bought them when I knew about it at $43, but I didn't. A friend of mine was asking me about buying it because they get discounts on Carnival Cruise Lines, and he had me pulled up about a month ago, and it was around $40 or so, and I told him not to buy it because it was in a downward trend. And see, when he asked about it, it was right in here. Actually, I think it was right in here, because it actually went up a little bit and then come down. This is a week. So if we go back to a daily, then that'd be better. It was before, let's see, it must have been right on through here is when he asked about it. Because it did go up a little bit, and he was saying he should have bought it or whichever, and then it started dropping. So it was either here or here. So if I would have got the puts right there, I'd been a lot better off. But I ended up getting them here. I'm probably going to ride it out to the... I'd like to see it get down to the 1485, but tomorrow I plan on riding it down to this point. And if we can get it down to this trend line, that's going to be in the 1990 range. And if we can get there, then I would be pretty happy with that. It'd be a good overnight swing and allow some extra money there. Once we get down there, and it bounces or it doesn't bounce, then I can decide if I want to continue or not. Then we MMM 3M today. That one hurt me. I actually got in right here at the bottom. I thought the bottom it went up, come down, and I bought right here, and then it took off, and I was up about 40% on it, and I didn't sell it because I thought it was going to continue up to here, and then that thing just sold off. I just wasn't expecting it. It got me. I know we've talked about this on this channel as far as other people buying it. I had this channel drawn out, and it's been holding that channel pretty good. I may have to move this down a little bit because it looks like right there is the bottom. So really it's this fib that's working off from it. So I had my channel wrong. So I'll come back and change that later. So I'm still bullish on 3M. That is the one where the government's spending $30 million to go ahead and they're buying, not 30 million, but they're buying 30 million masks a month from 3M for the coronavirus. So that's why I got in that. I think that's going to boost the sales on it. I'm shocked it hasn't already. Then we have Royal Caribbean, same as the Carnival cruise line. I'm still looking to. I didn't get puts on this one because I got them on Carnival Cruise Line, but this one here I'm looking for it to go to 37.65. So if we can get down to there, then like an overnight swing, that would have been a good one for you. Then we go to Roku. Roku rallied today. I had a alert on that, and if I remember right, I think in one of the briefings that I had set an alert to where if it hit there, then we would know it, and it, so I can get in. Well, I was busy, didn't get in it. Looks like it actually come back down anyway, so it's no loss to me. Actually, right here is this is the low point, and I had a high point, so it must have hit the high right here. That's what it was. So I had two different ones. So if I go back to the daily, okay, so I've got the daily to where it's down here to this fib. So I had it marked to where it will probably go here, but I had another one up here just in case it popped up. So probably still puts on Roku. I think it's going to come on down. So probably good I didn't get in the calls on that today. SPY, same as ES. I really believe that SPY is going to take off for ES. It come down. We're still down on this channel right here that I had drawn out. And if I move that, move this over here. Alright, so right there it is. It actually protruded through it a little bit, but it's still holding up. I believe that it's going to go up. I just still believe that. Based on the charting and stuff, I know how a lot of the market makers work and stuff. And I think that they rallied it up and let all these people get in, and then they sold it off right there, and then probably overnight it's probably going to rally. It may sell off though. Tilt is a treasury bond. I bought more today. I'm actually up about, I think it was around 20 or 30% than I'm up on the puts. When it got up here, I ended up buying them, and then it dropped down. So I'm up on the puts on that. So if the market goes up, this is going to drop. And I think I bought March 20th, 145 is maybe, I think is what I bought. So I got in puts on this, and I marked it in our Discord channel so all the other people can see what my trades were. So if you're in our Discord channel, just look in the options put tab, and then you'll find where I traded it. But I think this is going to continue on down because I think ES is going up. So if not, then if it goes up tomorrow, I'll get some more and write it down some more. Tesla is continuing to sell off, just like I said for the last week about Tesla. Right here's where this is our descending wedge pattern, our descending triangle. And we started talking about it back in here that I thought that it was going to come down, and we started building this base. So for a week we've been talking about the puts dropping down, and here we are. So if you took heed to that advice, and as far as the advice of the pattern of how it worked and everything, and if you actually ended up going ahead and jumping in that, then you would have made quite a bit of money on the puts there. We're going to the VIX, and the VIX is fear factor. So I'm in VIX puts. I've got in them all the way back over in here. So I think it was here, and no, I got them in here, and then I got in some more up here. It jumped up again with that big drop that we had overnight. This spiked up. So I didn't get any more puts. I've got enough. I don't want to add any more to it. So I'm gonna wait on this to the market to turn and just start coming down, and then I should be able to cash out pretty good on that. Walmart did exactly what I've been saying. I told you all that it's probably, I thought it would actually go higher today, And if we didn't have that big drop last night, then this would have just kind of hung out around here, and then it would have went ahead and probably spiked up to one of these two fibs, and then tomorrow it would have went on up. So if this will actually increase tomorrow, we could easily hit, if we look at the percentage, it can actually hit 10% real easy. Let's see, right there. Let's see. I think it'll probably go up to here. There's 8%. So we're looking probably the 126 tomorrow is where I think it'll probably end up, providing the market don't sell off hard. So if we go here, then I think by the next day we'll be up here. 130 is my price target that I'm trying to get. I actually put up here Monday or Tuesday. Didn't hit it today, namely because of the big sell-off that we had. So probably looking either tomorrow or Wednesday before we get up there. But mine are 417 calls, so I've got plenty of time to do that. And matter of fact, I am up. Pull it up here. If you go to our Facebook page, you can actually see screenshots of it. So I've got one that is 483% that I have made on a $90 investment. So I took $90 put in, and I'm total $525 now. So just by charting. So if you know how to chart and you follow these, then things like this can happen for you. So that's where we are. Let's look at the ES one time before we quit to see how it's moved. Actually, it's not going to move right now because it's not open. That's why I do the recaps during this time frame. So I think when it opens up, there's still a chance it's going to come down and touch this, but I think it's going to take off from there. Just my opinion. It's hard to chart this right now with everything that's been going on. There's a lot of fear involved, and there's a lot of downturn. It's not getting over the 15. If we had some sort of a bounce or something, it'd be great. But having this fib at 27.29, would be nice if it would hold right here and then go ahead and get back in that channel and go. This does not even play anymore because it actually broke out. But I'm leaving it there just in case it comes back and see how it interacts with where these are. So that's where we are today. I think that we're going to have some green days coming. I don't think it's going to keep staying red. We dropped 17% total. I believe it is all the way down to here. So I think it is. Let me look here just to make sure. I know I had counted up 17%, but I don't know if I counted it down to there or not. So if we come down to right here and we go up to right there, so now we're at 20%. This is recession level. If we drop below this, we're in a recession. So if it's under 20%, it's not. So since we're right at 20%, I think this will probably hold. I just don't think that Trump and the others will allow that to go. I know there's a political war between the Democrats and Republicans, and it doesn't matter who you are siding. There's definitely a war between the two. The Democrats are, hoping that this can come down to where Trump will look bad and he can't get reelected, whereas Trump wants this to rally so that he can get reelected. Now, the way I look at it is I look at charts and patterns. And, what's the chart and pattern say? Well, to me, this chart and pattern, a broadening wedge pattern, will actually come down to about right here and then take off. Political or not, that's what I think will happen based on charting. If this had come, if this was going to sell off and just kind of come over and then come to here, then I would think it's probably going to go back up. But since it actually sold off right to it, and it's usually half to 3/4, I think that's where we're going. So if you have a bunch of SPY calls and stuff from up here, I don't know if you're going to come out on those because they're so far out of the money. But I do think that as it comes up, the premiums are going to increase and go from there. So I want to let you know we have a Facebook page, and it is a group. And if you'd like to join it, please do so. It's free. You get on there. We post a lot of charts, post profits, and a lot of discussion and so forth. If you're really wanting to get serious about trading, there's a sign-up page on there, and you can click it and join our Discord group. The Discord group is actually really good. We have a lot of people in there, and they are posting, their call outs and so forth. I post mine. We're having discussions about different stocks. That group is a lot better than our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is kind of where we go after hours. And we'll post some things in there during the day or whichever. But if you really want to know what's going on with the stock market and your trades and actually be a better trader and learn, if you want to learn futures and learn options and how to short better and how to read charts better, the Discord group is where you need to be. So there's a link in the bottom of this description, and it tells you how to get to the Facebook page. And when you're there, then there's a link on the Facebook page or the Facebook group page that will allow you to click and get signed up. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the morning.